Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today, guys, I got a new brand for the channel, and the brand's name is called Villemont. And they are a Swiss-made watch manufacturer. To date, as far as I can tell, there is one watch available on their website, and we're going to showcase that today. I'll show you guys the packaging, just kind of give you guys an idea of what you get in the box, and give you guys my thoughts on this fine timepiece. So, Villemont is a Geneva-raised brand. It says here they're focused on high-end watchmaking, utilizing new watchmaking material, design, craft, etc., right? When I Googled Villemont, I did find an article on Montre 24. And they just stated that the watch manufacturer is a Swiss-made watch company. It was founded in 2004 by an Oliver Mueller, and they produced high-quality luxury class chronographs. Now, the one we're going to be sharing with you guys today is not a chronograph, so I'm not sure if the company was sold or rebranded, so to speak. But when I look at this particular write-up here, I can see that they have some sort of showcase. I'm not sure if this is like a watch booth or a watch store, but it says Villemont Genève. It goes on and on, talks about some of the materials they use, kind of proprietary, kind of space-age materials, which I don't think are available on this particular watch, but this watch is pretty innovative. Again, I'll show you that in a second. That's about it. I don't want to bore you guys big, right? What I always encourage anybody who's interested in any of these watches I review is to just go ahead and do a simple Google search and educate yourself, right? Alright, so let's talk about this particular watch. So if you go to their website, you're going to find only this watch. Very, very basic. You have a home button and a contact button. We go to the home, we have this watch pictured, and it just says a new frontier of watchmaking. And this is called the Tenacity Automatic. So let's take a look at what we got here. So kind of interesting design. What I would consider a dress style watch, although depending on the materials, a lot of these watches are kind of dual purpose. A dress watch can still be used as a dive watch. And, you know, normally a dive watch is going to have some sort of rotating bezel allows you to track time of some sort. But, you know, when I think of a dive watch personally, it's just anything you can take in the water, right? Does it have water resistance? What kind of materials are the watch made of? Are you going to have any kind of, you know, issues with things breaking down? Pretty basic, pretty basic way that I interpret what's a dive watch and what's not, right? So let's take a couple close-up shots. I'm going to throw some pictures up during the video. I find it's easier for me to talk when I have some pictures popping up. This way I can keep you guys engaged so you know what the watch looks like and listen to my thoughts on this particular watch. So, this is obviously not a very large watch, as you can see. Let's talk about the specifications. So, and let me just check their website, because this brand, to the best of my knowledge, is a Dartmouth brand now. This watch did come from my contacts over at Dartmouth, which Dartmouth is a brand that owns RGMT, Nubeo, Spinnaker, what else we got? Ballast, a whole bunch of other brands, Duxo. So I'm not sure if there's a collaboration going on there, if they're actually the owners of this particular watch brand. I feel like what Duxo does is actually made, and again, don't quote me on this, I'm just assuming, is that maybe they buy branded different brand watches that maybe aren't doing too well, or just watch companies that are being sold. I'm just not really sure on that, because they definitely own a lot of brands, and every time I turn around, it seems like they're picking up another brand. What do you get here? So as far as the product details is concerned, they're a limited edition piece. There's 300 uniquely numbered and certified pieces. So let's see which one I have. See what they gave me here. I see the postman out there. I was hoping that new watch would be here today, but I don't think so. So number 259 of 300. You have some of the specifications on the back, which I'm not going to read you. Pretty standard stuff. It is an automatic movement, and we're going to talk about that as well. So, all right, so let's see what it says here. So it says here, the new Villemont is a watch born of tenacity, which I believe that is the name of this watch, Tenacity. They do list, again, this is something that that Dartmouth does, which is a little bit confusing. We have the brand Villemont. We have a listing right on top that says Tenacity. And then we have the color as granite, but I can only see one color. So I'm not sure why they would even include that if you're just having one color. So as far as I know, it's called the Tenacity. It says the Tenacity is a timepiece instrument blending the best of tradition, technique, and technology to deliver a watch that is that is functionally adept, built for comfort, extreme usage, and precision for any condition. So kind of the same spiel you get with every watch manufacturer. You know, I guess they always want to list something that's, I don't know. I don't know if that really sells you on the watch or not. You know what I mean? But that's the spiel they give you. No real inspiration on this. There's no, like, you know, it's not space related or dive theme related. But it does use materials that you can definitely take in the ocean. We have the strap made of what I believe is rubber, but it's almost like a hybrid strap. You have rubber on the back, and it appears that this is actually leather on the surface. This might be a faux leather. Maybe at first I thought it was just like a rubber made to look like leather, but I believe they've actually stitched this leather to the front of a rubber strap. And the rubber has kind of like this cool kind of tire tread pattern on the back. And I like the two-tone. We have a black and gray theme across this entire watch. Let me pop some pictures up here while I read this. It states that it does have a 2-year warranty. Let's get to the... I really hope they put the important stuff on here because, you know, when I get these watches, I like to kind of unbox them right when I'm, you know, doing the video. And for what I can tell here, they don't have any information on the size, on the lugs, absolutely nothing that I can tell. So, again, this is, you know... All right, so let me just get right to the price. $1,200, okay? So what are you getting for $1,200? So this does have a Sellita SW200 movement, which I don't know why I even know that because I'm not seeing it on here. Let me try to go back here because I didn't just dream that up. All right, so I knew it was on here somewhere. So if you click the watch, they really got to update the website. If you click the watch, you don't get any information. But if you go to the actual main page, they have a few pictures with some captions on there. So it does state this is a 26 jewel, open heart, self-winding SW200-1 mechanical automatic movement with novodaic shock protection. I think I'm saying that right. It does have a screw-down titanium crown and case back. As far as the case materials, we have grade 2 titanium cantilever lug bridge individually screwed into the case body. So take a look here. What we have is basically like a case and cradle design. So your lugs and this sort of cradle, so to speak, is screwed right into the body, and the body actually just kind of floats in between these two pieces of titanium. Pretty innovative. I do like this design. The only thing I would state, you know, again, you guys know me well enough by now that I always prefer a bracelet. I think this looks really sharp on a nice titanium bracelet. I'll try to find one for it, but, you know, I don't want to pay several $100s for a titanium bracelet. So, but overall, I mean, like I said, the watch is very unique. And something that I really appreciate in smaller watches is having something, especially in a dress watch, where you don't have all that metal around the bracelet, kind of giving it some flash. You know, we've all seen, you know, standard black leather straps time and time again. And I just feel like a bracelet, for me personally, it's more noticeable. You know, I want my watch, if I'm going to be paying $1,200 for my watch, I want it to look like it's unique, like get a little attention, right? I think this watch is very subdued, but I do like the fact that I have this kind of, again, this cantilever design with that case just kind of, you know, being suspended in between these two bridge-like, you know, pieces of titanium. Again, you have that exhibition window on the back, a titanium case back. So very cool. I like that they've done a titanium case back as opposed to stainless steel. A lot of companies will have a titanium watch and they throw stainless steel in the back of the watch. You don't see it. It's not really a deal breaker, but I like the fact everything on this is titanium. Now, as far as the case, this is the really unique part. So hopefully you can see this by the video. The case is actually made of like what it looks like to me, some sort of carbon fiber like material. Now, I really hope they have information on this because, yeah, all right. So again, very, very cool looking case. I hope you can see kind of like the grain. I don't know if it's carbon fiber or some kind of like other space age type plastic. Oh man, this is such a cool looking watch. I mean, and it definitely is going to check the box for a lot of folks. I mean, we have a sapphire crystal, we have unique design, we have all titanium construction, we have that Sellita movement, fantastic. Why they are not listing the materials? You know, for a company that originally prided itself on using kind of unique space age materials, why would you not have some information about that? So I'm sorry guys, I will really try to get you guys some information on what this is actually made of, but for today, I mean, I'm just going to show you what it looks like and show you what it looks like on the wrist. We have the Villemont logo. We have some indices. We don't know what kind of loom they're using. We do know we have titanium construction. We do know that we have a screw-down crown. And we do know that we have a Sellita SW200-1 movement. I like the open heart. You can see that Sellita ticking away there. Nice little tinted exhibition window on the back. Definitely a very nice, high-class, nice-looking watch. You know, and I do like that the face has kind of like this skeletonized look. What's cool about this watch is, what do I always say about black watch? You need something to kind of give it a little pizzazz, in my opinion, right? What I like about this is that we have darker colors. Titanium's not really allowed kind of shade, you know, it's a subdued kind of gunmetal-like material. But we have a lot of black going on this watch. And what I like is, if you look at the face, and hopefully the pictures you can see this a little more clearly, we have kind of like this skeletonized face. You have that beautiful open heart, and then the face of the watch appears to be like a genuine carbon fiber. Different in look to the case material, where I don't know what they're using this. It's very, very cool looking. And this is, you know, this is gonna be my videos are usually pretty basic, but something like this is such a unique looking watch. I just wish they would have had more information. Now, this watch, for me, will be a game changer on a titanium bracelet. And like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of money on a bracelet, but this is the kind of watch. Have you ever seen my video I did on the Visser dive watch? It's a combination of stainless steel and carbon fiber bracelet type watch. Very innovative. Surprising the watch doesn't get a lot of views on YouTube. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, high-quality, wonderful dive watch that just doesn't get the recognition it deserves. This, I think, is really up there. The only change that I'm going to make is putting this on some sort of titanium-like strap or bracelet. And I think this will just get a lot more wrist time from me personally. I love it. I mean, this is a great-looking watch. This is these watches that, you know, are the reason why I enjoy collecting so much. That they take just a standard watch. They're not just doing that same old, all right, let's make our Submariner homage today, like a lot of companies do. And don't get me wrong, I wear them, I enjoy them, I love them. I got one on my wrist right now, right? Not the Sub, but a, what do we call this one? The, I forget which one this is. But, you know, I definitely appreciate the design and the look, and I like the fact that even though this isn't a big watch, which, speaking of, let's go ahead and pull out my trusty jeweler's caliper, and we'll see what we get here. We're looking at a case, not including crown, to 44 millimeter. So, nice standard size watch, going to appeal to a lot of people. Again, I like the fact that, you know, it's not boring. You know, it's for a 44 millimeter watch that's mainly black. We have some cool stuff going on here. We have a lot of, you know, different materials, not just your standard stainless steel. We have a combination of rubber, leather, some sort of composite case of some sort. We have carbon fiber. We have that open heart. We have this beautiful case design. Awesome looking watch. I really appreciate receiving watches like this. This is just a lot of fun for me to have something like this, and it's a very versatile watch. You know, when I wear this, I don't feel like I'm wearing something that like nobody's gonna notice. I feel like somebody who might be interested in watches, it's not going to be as noticeable as like a big giant gold Invicta, right? But I feel like somebody who appreciates watches is going to see this and be like, what is that? I've never seen that before. It's got a unique look, and I really can't think of any other manufacturers who make anything that looks quite like this. Just a stunning piece. As far as the box is concerned, huge presentation, right? I mean, massive box. I mean, just way larger than it has to be, but that's what they give you. Very classy presentation, though. Imagine receiving this as a gift. I'd be like, what the fuck? This is awesome. Flip this baby open, and we have some foam. Let me get this out of the way. And, you know, the expectation there is that you would have something really, you know, like a nice case or something. But at the end, you know, I think they could have done, for the price, a little bit better on the presentation, because we're just left with a black cardboard box inside a lot of foam. So I think that could have been improved upon, but, you know, still, like I said, you know, box I never really worry too much about, but some folks do. So it slides out in one direction. Kind of a black. I like that they've done kind of like this matte black, almost rubberized, finished with the gloss black Villemont logo. Very classy. And then this is very similar like the new bagel boxes, but we flip it open and we have sort of like this, I don't know, it's almost like a spandex-like silky material. More foam. And then just your standard rubberized insert, you know. We had a tool. We have an extra watch strap, which is more of like a diver strap, more of like a NATO rubber NATO strap. Sorry, I don't have it here. I put it away already before I started the video. I didn't bother to get it out. So it's nothing really too unique. I think they could have done a little better on that one, being it's just a standard strap. But you know, like I said, pretty cool presentation, but just a lot of cardboard. So I think that, you know, when I look at some of the other watches owned by Dartmouth, the presentations, I think they put a little more into it, whereas this, I think they could have done something with like maybe some leather or some vinyl, I know, you know, they are affiliated with Mainspring, which has some beautiful watch cases, which you've seen the watch winder already. We'll get a few more cases. One of their watch rolls, I think this would have been perfect being presented in one of their leather watch rolls. I think it's just a little extra addition to really kind of make the consumer happy. But, you know, regardless, it is just a box, and the watch is pretty cool. So, without further ado, let's throw in the wrist. We'll see what it looks like. I'm about 5'8". I weigh about 185 pounds as of today, and I have a 7-inch wrist. This is what it's going to look like in a guy my size, my height, and my weight. Definitely the kind of watch I can see, like, you know, an executive at like Microsoft wearing, or a guy in the tech industry. I don't know, it just has a very, I can picture a guy like in an office setting wearing this, you know, working with computers a lot. I don't know, just kind of the way my mind works sometimes. Definitely in one of the, you know, not like, it's not really pretentious, it's just kind of clean, classy, very modern, and I think this is definitely going to get a lot of attention. It's just a great looking watch, very lightweight, I mean, very comfortable, although comfort's never really a big, you know, checkbox for me. I don't really have a problem with really any watch for that matter. Granted, you know, if you wear a giant Sea Hunter for, you know, 10 hours, you know, you might get a little digging depending on what you're doing. If you're moving around a lot, you know, they do move a little, so I can see how that might become a little uncomfortable for some folks. But, you know, for me, it's just not a real deciding factor in a watch. You know, I get more enjoyment out of just wearing them and having them be part of, like, you know, my attire, like an accessory, than I do worrying about, oh, is this her? You know, I'm just not like that. So, but like I said, very cool watch, and I will be reviewing this again. This watch, I think, definitely warrants another video. And, you know, you guys know I generally will come back to watches and re-review watches at a later date, especially if anything's failed or I've had a problem. But a lot of times it takes a little time for me. I constantly have new stuff coming in, so for me to come back to a watch, there needs to be kind of a reason for it. And I do, if I start to run out of content, you know, the internet moves so fast. You know, when I have a watch I've had for maybe 5 years, I come back, do a video, people are like, whoa, we've never seen that before. It's like, well, the other video's been up for 5 years. So something like this, though, I think is unique enough that I want to give it another shot to get some recognition. So you will be seeing this again. I hope next time I'll have a little more information as far as the case material, and if you guys are on a need-to-know, like, ASAP basis, definitely let me know. I'll bump the information over to my contact and see what I can find out for you. But very clean, very cool looking watch, and I don't know, it just has a real element of class and very, very versatile. So check it out. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I want to thank Villemont again for their generosity in sending this to me, and you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.